Hey folks, Dave Aschenbrenner back again, and today we are going to talk about the most recent demo ride in Ohio that we attended. We interviewed everyone directly after the ride to get their opinion on what they liked and kind of a new angle on it, what they didn't like about it. I want to make sure that we don't inflate this beyond what it actually is. These people gave their honest opinions, and I point blank asked them, what don't you like about it? So we got all their opinions, and this is what they had to say. With no further ado. Larry Varney just got back from his little test ride. Larry, what did you think of the ride?
I like it.
Your first time on it?
Yeah. I was going to say, if you all weren't looking the right way, it'd find its way in the back of my car.
There you go.
No, I do like it. I mean, the more I ride it, the more intuitive it feels.
Yeah. It's
So probably when I get back on a regular track, I'll be, what's wrong with this thing? But no,
yeah.
this is nice.
You didn't have any trouble on the corners or anything?
Other than the fact that I almost missed that turn back there, and I haven't explained somewhere I thought, oh, wait a minute, I think we're supposed to turn there. But other than that, no, it corners fine. Trying to think of anything I don't like about it, other than, well, I think, having this close to where your legs are makes it a little awkward getting on and off.
Yeah.
But once you get used to it, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the design.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of dealt, that was dealt to us, so to speak,
No, I like it. It's nice.
All right, well, that was Larry Varney with the verdict.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry. Yeah, so you just got off the AR3, took a little test ride.
Yes.
What's your name?
Mark.
Mark, what'd you think of it?
It's wonderful. The bike will go where you lean it, and the handlebars are for fine tuning.
There you go. Yeah, I've never heard it put that way. That's great. Yeah. And anything you'd like or dislike about it other than the steering?
I'd like to ride it all day. That way I can,
Well,
can
you
get more accustomed to it.
You're welcome to it. You can stick around when everybody's gone, and I'll ride. We'll go on a nice little ride together.
Okay, real good.
With
Thank
Gary
you.
and stuff. You bet. Mark, hey, thanks for coming here. Where are you from, Mark?
Westerville.
Okay, you came all the way from Westerville.
Yes, and it's good to meet you in person.
Okay, thanks, Mark. Okay, same here.
All right, bye.
Well, what'd you think?
Interesting. Kind of like low flying low.
Yeah, okay. That's a good guy. Nobody's ever said that
Take a
before.
little time to get used to pedaling and leaning at the same time. I'd stop pedaling so I could concentrate more on pressing down to the, the bottom to make a turn.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was interesting.
Yep. So the verdict is, should we?
I'm not ready for one yet, but
Right?
maybe
We're not.
maybe in the future, yeah.
Yeah, we're not putting a hard sell on anybody.
Yeah.
We're just making sure everybody kind of knows what it is. We had a lot of people question it.
Yeah.
About a quarter of my videos are dedicated to trying to explain the experience, and if I can get other people to, kind of do that, it helps.
I
Explain
was
to
telling
people.
Cheryl while we were waiting for you to come back from your first ride, I thought it might be kind of like flying an airplane low across the ground, and it's sort of like that in a
Yeah,
way.
or a boat. You know how they
Yeah.
kind of bank.
Oh, there you are, boat,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
Okay, well, thanks for coming by, and
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm gonna.
So, what'd you think of your ride? You just got off the AR3.
All right, it was definitely different. Steering's a little bit harder than what I'm used to. I would definitely want the clipless pedals because that's what I'm used to.
Sure.
I got a good workout, and I got the concept.
Yep, you did. You did well.
Figured it. I thought it might be flow a little more natural. This
Right. Well, let me say this: the faster you go, and you average, I've got a speedometer on here. You average like 16.8 miles per hour
right,
on that trail. The faster you go,
right.
the more stable it gets. In other words, to steer it, you have to have more input, more
Right.
lean, more on the handlebars.
Well, one thing I noticed is if the path was a little on the tilt side, the trike wanted to go to the low side. So
Yeah,
I
that's-
had to use my body to compensate
That's it.
for that pull.
That's the secret right there.
Right.
Is you always stay upright with gravity, and it won't go one way or the other. You
Right.
can go hands off on that
I'm
crown.
not ready to do that yet.
Right, but you have to ride it for a while
Right.
to really get the concept, and you did really well. You did really well on that trail.
and I
This
appreciate
is
it.
my trail. This is my
Yeah.
trail. So that's,
So what do I owe you? Yeah, you did really well, and but you enjoyed the ride. It was wasn't funky or dangerous or anything really weird. Okay.
It's like I said, it's in comparison to my other trike, the steering's a lot stiffer.
Sure.
But that's because now you need to use your body
That's it.
more than you do your hands.
I like to say that's kind of a stabilizing effect of it.
Right.
So I myself, when I get on a regular trike, it feels twitchy to me. It feels like it reacts too quickly, you know. So
Yeah, well, that's not the quick reaction that I thought I would be getting.
Right.
You know, in comparison to my regular
sure,
trikes.
and we did that. That was part of the design, is not to get the twitch,
Right.
to take the twitch out of it. So I appreciate you coming all the way here and riding.
I'm not all that far.
Nah, well,
About 2.5 miles on the trail. I
well,
live
you
right
might
off-
win the award for the closest guy then.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, thanks
All
a
right,
lot.
thank you,
And it's Paul.
Paul. Yes.
Paul, thanks, Paul.
Thank you,
Yes.
Dave.
He's all wooed out.
It was a workout to get on this thing and get off of it.
Oh yeah.
It was a kind of fun ride. Like I was telling you, when I first got on, when I first looked at it, I thought, man, somebody will jump on this thing. But after riding, it takes a little bit learning curve to get used
It
to.
is. It's exactly it. Because you're conditioned to riding something else, and this is so much different than
Yeah,
anything
you ain't
else.
kidding.
Yep. Once you know, we only spent maybe 1.25 miles and then 1.25 miles back on it. And it takes, you know, to really get comfortable and to really, to get your sea legs, so to speak, on this thing, it takes some riding. But it all comes naturally after a while.
But I'm glad I got to try it out anyway. I wanted to see what all the buzz was about.
Well, we really appreciate it. And how far did you come to ride this?
Right over here.
Just over here? Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming by.
All right, man.
And your name?
David.
David. Mine's David. Thank you.
Don't forget that one.
Yes, sir. What'd you think?
Oh, nice. I think having not so much experience on a regular tadpole bike, recumbent trike, you don't have any bad habits to try to influence how you're riding it.
Sure.
So you just remember what you said and try to do what you said to do. Pulling up on the left bar to turn left and right bar helps a little bit. Other than that, it worked pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it. It was nice.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Your name?
Nick.
Nick. Dave.
Yeah.
How do you do?
30 miles north of here.
Okay. Hey, you didn't come too far. You're not going to win the closest or the furthest award, but
No.
you came, you wrote it. That's your reward.
Right.
So.
Good. All right. Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
Thank you. Yep. All right, boss. What'd you think?
What did I think? Well, I really like it. It's a little disconcerting at times, but I think it gives you. I tore my rotator cuff a little while ago, so pulling on it and pushing on it is a little difficult, but it's not bad. So, but it does give you an upper body workout.
You did, on the second part of the ride, we talked about it, and you did lean it a lot more and were able to control it with your hands off.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a first. Not everybody can do that. It's compare it to a regular bicycle.
It worked for a while, and then it didn't. So I tried it a couple of times. But
Sure.
I had fun. It was a great experience. So nicely done. You did a good job.
Well,
with it.
thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Nice to
Pleasure,
meet you.
Dave.
Thanks for riding.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, you just took a ride on the AR3. What do you think?
I like it a lot. It feels real natural. Takes the corners real nice. Of course, I'm riding slow but steady. I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere.
You're under doctor's orders, I understand.
Yes, I am. Doctor's orders. It's the first time I've ridden in months, quite honestly. So, yeah. Yeah, so please don't post this on the Cleveland Clinic website.
No. The doctor ordered you to ride an AR3, from what I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming by.
Sure, thanks.
Appreciate it. Your name?
I'm Carl.
Carl. Dave. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to talk with you.
Yes,
Thanks
sir,
for the ride.
Yes, sir. Anytime. John, you just got off the AR3 for the first time.
Yes, sir.
What'd you think?
Thought it was nice.
You rode it like a pro. You listened to the instructions. You leaned around the corners. You averaged about 15.8 miles an hour on the corners and trail. Man, it's hard keeping up with you. So yeah, it makes me wish I was younger. What did you like about it?
I like the steering was nice. It was smooth when leaning for sure.
Right.
And I kind of liked how tight it was when I was in a straightaway or when I wasn't leaning.
Right.
I'm used to an underseat steer, and that has cables that run to the front the fork.
Okay.
And that's a very loose steering setup.
Sure.
So this felt very solid, very complete.
Okay. And what's your overall thoughts of the AR3?
Overall thoughts would take a little bit of getting used to, a little bit more.
Okay.
If you thought I rode well, then I appreciate that. That's a good kudos. And overall it was a very solid feel and a very good footprint too.
Awesome.
Being on the two wheel versus the trike, that's a nice feeling also, just to have that extra stability.
Sure. Sure. Well, I really appreciate you coming down. Nice to meet you,
Yes,
John.
good to meet you too.
Yep. And
Certainly.
thanks for coming. Where did you come from?
Cleveland area.
Cleveland.
Ohio.
Okay. So you didn't have too far to come.
Yes.
So good for you.
Excellent.
Nice having you.
Yes, good to be here. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Yeah. Phil.
Hey, no name. Yeah. Yes, this was a bit different than I estimated from watching the videos, but on the other hand, quite a bit the same.
Okay.
I think it probably ends up giving you a bit more of a core workout.
I'm going to come around this way a little because of our light. There you go. See it.
And it's definitely more stable on a turn, and if I believe that if I got used to it and got familiar with it, I could take more secure turns at higher speeds, and I'd definitely consider buying one.
You definitely tore it up out there. You were going 15 miles an hour around those corners, and
I'm elderly. Keep that in mind.
I wasn't going to say that, because you're only as young as you act, so you acted like a youngster out there, hooting it up and everything. You went no-handed for a little ways.
Yeah.
Kind of got the feel of it.
Yeah.
The balance point, you got onto the balance point and experienced that. So.
Do you have to have absolutely symmetrical buns in order to do this right?
Are you saying that you don't? Wait a minute, let's talk. Is your wife here, Phil? No.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming here, Phil. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming up.
You're
I'm
welcome.
sorry we missed you in Florida. So.
No, it's not a problem at all. We'll still be there if you ever come down.
All right. Thank you.
All right, you just rode the AR3. What's your name?
Amy.
Amy. What did you think of it?
It was fantastic. Fantastic. I'm sold.
Okay.
I just need e-assist, but I loved it. I loved how your body did the steering.
Okay.
You don't need handlebars, really. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, you had a great time out there. I noticed you were giddy and giggling and just
I made
having
a
a
whole
good old
complete
time.
turn
Yeah.
without backing up.
Yep, she made a real tight little turn. So is there anything you didn't like about it?
No e-assist.
Okay.
But no, seriously, the bike is, it was great. I didn't ride it enough. I can't find anything bad with it. It was fun. It's an experience.
You want to ride it again?
Of course.
All right. Well, you win.
I'll give my turn up.
You win today's the most enthusiastic rider. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out and riding.
It was, Pat. If you forget you have handlebars, I'm still rolling for you. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, thanks, Amy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I just rode the AR3, the tilting trike. It's very fun. Really, just a great time. Learning to lean into the turns as the bike tilts. It's a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it.
What didn't you like about it?
I guess I need a little more practice to make the turning and tilting a little smoother.
Right.
So it's not that I didn't like it, but I think some people take to it a little bit more naturally.
Right.
And
you did.
I must have taken to it unnaturally.
You did great. You did great.
So it was fun, yeah.
Understanding that you come from a standard recumbent background, you're kind of programmed.
Nothing that I have ridden before tilted, except if it was a bike, which, that's something I grew up with. But
unlike anything else, like I said in the video.
Great trike, a lot of fun, a lot of enthusiasm from what I saw with the people today, and I could see why. It's it puts a big smile on your face.
Cool. So, Gary, tell in case somebody doesn't know who you are, tell everyone who you are.
Well, I am Gary Solomon. I'm the host of the Laidback Bike Report.
There you go.
And yeah, Dave, you have been on the show with the AR3, telling everyone all about this amazing project. So it was a great opportunity to have you and Cheryl come up from Florida and share it with the folks up here in Ohio, which, you know, I think it worked great. You were busy all day with folks trying it out. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, thanks for the invite, and actually thanks for the send-off, I should call it, when we did the Lost Recumbent show. That really got me motivated to do this, and that between you and Larry, I owe you guys. So you're going to live with this bike for a while, and I'd like to see you get really accustomed to it and get addicted and hooked on it. And
yeah, we're going to hang on to it a little bit. I'm going to get this to Larry here shortly, and he's going to do a long-term review, which we hopefully will have in a couple of months on the show. And yeah, then return it to you in October at the Recumbent Cyclocon.
We'll see you at the RCC.
Can't wait.
Larry. Thanks, Gary.
Okay, you bet. Thanks, Dave.
You bet.
Cheryl.
Talk soon.